Okay, this is probably going to sound crazy, but I have been to California only 3 times in my life so far. Every time, I get the same feeling, and that feeling is pure misery. I don't know if I have poor timing or what it is about this state, but I always feel an exponentially increasing sense of dread the longer I stay here. I'm writing this video out in an attempt to sort out my horrible, loathing feelings towards California because logically I should enjoy it, as it has every type of landscape I love. California is, in every sense of the word, stunning. The Sierra Nevada and Cascade mountain ranges, the basically perfect climate near the coast, the gorgeous, expansive desert to the south, mystical forest with the largest trees in the country. I fell in love with Death Valley from the moment I set foot in it. Yosemite took my breath away, literally right out my lungs. Sequoia gave me a whole new meaning to feeling small. The Pacific Ocean's powerful waves mesmerize me for days. So why do I feel so much dread deep inside as I explore here? I always find it difficult to film here every time I visit because of these emotions I can't seem to shake. I'm genuinely enjoying the sights I'm seeing, but deep down I feel emotionally off balance, like a looming dark cloud on a perfect summer day. Does that make sense? I'm enjoying myself while also feeling weird. When you are alone for months on end, you become annoyingly in tune with every shift of your emotional state from one moment to the next. You can distract yourself from these changes with activities, but it's only a matter of time before that catches up to you too. And here in California, there are blaring emotional signs that I can't ignore, even when I try everything I can to get out of my head.
Snowball, anyone? This is actually really nice. If you need a cool off. Alright. This park is covered in snow. It is July. This is crazy. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be doing any intense hiking today.
I think what it boils down to is that California is the same, but also the exact opposite of home for me. A coastal state with a lot of people, like where I'm from. The Pacific Ocean is just as cold as the Atlantic, but it smells a little bit different. The beaches feel the same when I close my eyes, but when I open them, they look nothing alike. Normally, standing on the coast at home gives me a sense of peace and fulfillment, but here, all I feel are the pieces of my life missing. Feeling half a world away, standing on the shore of a different ocean. This is not my ocean. I retreat to the mountains to escape the crazy drivers of California. But don't be fooled. The crazy drivers live in the mountains too. Speeding around the winding, narrow mountain roads with grace and speed I cannot keep up with. They, of course, get within inches of my car and flash their high beams, honk, or send a bird flying in my direction, despite the fact that I'm going well over the speed limit trying to find a safe place to fall over so they can pass me. But the strange thing is, this also reminds me of home, as we have plenty of insane drivers in the Northeast. But even the crazy feels completely different here. At home, I can predict when I'm going to be cut off, or when someone will pass me, or when a bird will be flying in my direction. But here, I feel like a 16-year-old at times with how I struggle to navigate around the sporadic movements of the Californian drivers. These aren't my crazy drivers. Once I finally make it to the mountains, I feel a sense of peace finally. But after a few days, I start feeling far away from myself as I look out at the snow-capped mountains in the middle of summer. On the tops of these mountains, I start feeling a desire to hear the voices of loved ones on the other side of the country, as I am truly alone for the first time in all my travels, as I stand on the mountaintops without a soul in sight. I begin to calculate the distance in my head of how quickly it would take me to get back to my loved ones, and it would literally take me days, not mere hours anymore, because I'm on the other side of the country. I begin to mentally spiral about time and how great a distance I am from even something as small as a hug from my family. While I have the most beautiful view, I can't help but focus on the fact that these aren't my mountains. I should be happy here. There are plenty of places to camp and so many different terrains to explore all in one state, but all my mind can focus on is driving back east. Maybe because it's the furthest west my little car can take me, I feel a sense of finality to being here. Or maybe it's because everything about this place reminds me of home. But it clearly isn't home. All the other states in between are unique and look nothing like where I'm from. I feel free to explore without reminders slapping me in the face of what I left behind. But here, everything reminds me of what I left behind. And this is not home. Stubborn and also irritated with my feelings of melancholy, I drove from the bottom of the state to the top of the state, trying to drive away from the feeling. I stopped in all the right locations to film videos, and each time, I couldn't bring myself to turn on the camera. I drove right past Joshua Tree without even stopping, through the entire Cascade Mountain Range, past Yosemite without even looking, around the west rim of Lake Tahoe. And every time I went to pick up my camera, all I wanted to do was call home. So that's what I did. Making phone calls and plans with people I loved relieved the dreaded sense of misery away for a little bit. But all I wanted to do was leave this state that reminded me of home behind. So that's what I decided to do. And that's why you won't see any more California videos from the stretch of travels. I love what I am doing. I love figuring things out day by day. It focuses my mind to the present as I literally need to decide where and how to provide for my daily basic needs of food, water, and shelter. It has slowed down my brain that used to only live in the future. I was obsessed with planning out how my life was going to turn out, and as a result, I would let all these little moments in front of me pass me by without acknowledgement. Living on the road, I can't plan ahead too far. Weather changes, parks close, emotional and physical needs alter day by day. I found I am finally living in the moment for the most part. But here in California, I find I only think in the past rather than the present. Of memories made, of a life left behind, and how things here look the same, but aren't the same at all. California is not home. So, as I drive briefly through the state, I can acknowledge the beauty of it, but I also can't shake the feeling I have being here. So, I am driving away for now. I do plan on returning here, maybe with a buddy so I could actually enjoy it. I don't know why I wrote all this. I guess I'm finding that writing these videos has been a way for me to sort through my experiences and emotions. Thanks for bearing with me. I just knew people would wonder why I flew through the state of California so quickly in my videos, and this is the reason. It's because it makes me homesick. Anyways, thank you all for watching this odd video, and I will see you next time for a hopefully normal-ish video, but you never know.
If you guys want to know how that went, both my feet are soaked and covered in mud.
Yep. And my pant leg.
These are waterproof shoes, but they're not idiot-proof shoes, so it got a little wet. Angie.